Hi, in this session we are going to learn about hashing. Okay, hashing is an important topic in data structure. See, implementation of hash table is said to be an hashing. Okay, hash function. What is hash function? You can learn about hash function from my previous video. Okay, see, hash function is also known as an hash algorithm. Okay, hash function is an algorithm which is used to map arbitrary value to fixed length. Okay, you are going to map the value into a fixed value, fixed number, okay, or fixed length. It can be in any number. Okay, hash table. Hash table contains two components. One is key and another one is value. Okay, it contains key associated with value. See, this is said to be a structure of hash table. Okay, these are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are said to be a key. Okay, these are said to be a key which is associated with the value. This is how the hash function maps keys with the values. Okay, values with the keys or keys associated with the values. This is how the hash function works. Then, now we can see about how the values can be stored in hash table. Okay, this is an important formula. You should remember that. Okay, key value modulo table size. You have to substitute key value here, and here you have to substitute the table size of the table. Okay, see, this hash table is said to be a fixed array size. Okay, fixed array size. You are going to store the values in fixed length only. Okay, these 1, 2, 3, 4 are said to be a fixed length. Okay, fixed length. That means what? Here I gave n equal to 5. If suppose I am giving table size is 5, means you have to start index from 0 to 4. Okay, 0 to 4. Like that the values can be stored from 0 to 4. Okay, how the values can be stored in hash table? See, using that formula only we are going to find out how the values can store. From this formula only you are going to find out where we can store the values. Where we can store the values in hash table. Take this example, key equal to 20, table size equal to 5 means what will happen? Modulo means what? You have to find out the remainder. Okay, then 20 divided by 5, how much you got? The remainder will be 0. Okay, the 20, the key value 20 will store at the position 0. That means you have to store this 20 at the location 0. Okay, index number 0. Like that, find out key equal to 36, table size equal to 5. What will come? 36 divided by 5, you can get remainder 1. Okay, at the position 1 you are going to store this 36. Okay, see, this is an index number 1. Okay, at the index number 1 only you are going to store this value. So like that the key value will be associated with the keys, should be associated with the values. Okay, this is said to be an what? Hash function. Okay, there. How you can store the characters in hash table? Consider this example, key value equal to Rekha. I gave Rekha. Okay, table size equal to 5. What you have to do means you just substitute the ASCII values of the letters. Okay, each and every letters. You have to substitute the ASCII values for the each and every letters. Okay, finally you have to add all the values to find out the key. Okay, key value. To find out the key value, you have to add all the values. Okay, then you can get 363 modulo table size will be 5. So my remainder is 3. Where I can store this Rekha? Where I can store this Rekha? I can store this value at the location 3. Okay, this is how you can store the characters in hash table using ASCII values. Okay, then what is collision? What is collision? Collision means what? Collision will occur when already data exists, but you are trying to store a new data in the same location. Okay, on that time collision will occur. Right. See, take these examples. Consider n equal to 10. Okay, consider n equal to 10. Table size will be 10. These are the characters. Okay, Rajini, Vijay, Ajit, Simpu, Dhanush, Dhoni, Anirudh, Anushka. See, Rajini we can get value 2. You have to, what you have to do, you have to substitute the ASCII values of a letter. Okay, you have to substitute ASCII values of a letter for each and every letter. Okay, for each and every letter you have to substitute the ASCII values. Finally, you have to add all the values, then you can get a key value. Okay, after that you have to substitute that formula, key value modulo n. Okay, n is what? Size of a table. Okay, what we get? Remainder 2. Vijay, for Vijay we get remainder 7. For Ajit we get remainder 8, like that. See here, Dhanush, for Dhanush we get 3. Okay, like that for Anushka also we get 3. There will be a collision occurs, right? First of all, what we have to do means you have to enter linearly. Okay, you have to enter, you have to store the data linearly. Okay, linearly means what? Next to next. First data is what? Rajini. Its location is what? 2. So I have to store this Rajini at the location 2. See, I stored at the location 2. Okay, then Vijay, I have to store at the location 7. Then Ajit, I have to store at the location 8. Then Simbu, I have to store at the location 4. Then Dhoni, I have to store at the location 0, index number 0, right? Then Anirudh, already at the place of 7 Vijay is stored. That means what? Already one data is exist at that location. So you can't able to store another data at that location. Okay, we can't able to store new data at that location because already there is data exist, right? To resolve this collision issues, we are using some collision resolving techniques. Okay, today you are going to see about 2 techniques. Okay, today you are going to see about 2 techniques. Few more techniques also. First one is open hashing. Open hashing is also known as closed address. Okay, open hashing is also known as closed address. First of all, I'm having Anushka equal to 3. Okay, Dhanush is also value. Dhanush value is also 3. What I have to do? I can't able to store the value at the same location because there is already data exists at that location 3. So I can't able to insert this value at the location 3. So what I have to do in open hashing means I have to check the nearby location. If it is free, I can store. I have to check the nearby location. If it is free, I can store this Anushka value in that location. If it is not free, what I have to do? I have to search the nearby location of Simbu. Okay, then this location is free. What I can do now? I can store this Anushka value here. This is how open hashing is works. Okay, let me see the another example also. Anirudh also having value 7, right? Index number 7, which is already exist at the index number 7. What we have to do? You have to search the nearby location. Okay, you have to search the nearby location. If it is free, you can store that value in that location. If it is not free, you have to search again. You have to search what? Nearby location. So I search the nearby location. It is free. So I can store Anirudh value here, index number 9. Right? This is how hashing, open hashing is works. Then closed hashing. Closed hashing is also known as open address. This is how I can store the values in closed hashing. Okay, this is how I can store values in closed hashing. Okay, you can store the values like a linked list form. What is linked list? Linked list consists of 2 parts, like one is in data, another one is a pointer. Okay, so this is in data, this is in pointer. Like that, you have to store all the values in closed hashing. Okay, right. Okay, Anushka having 3 and already Dhanush is exist at the location 3. So we can't able to store the Anushka directly here. So what we have to do here means you have to create a chain link. See, you have to create a link from the pointer, then you can store the data Anushka here. Okay, this separate chain is like a linked list. Okay, data can be stored like a linked list. See, like that Anirudh. We Anirudh having the value 7. Okay. Already Vijay is located. Vijay is stored at the location 7. So we can't able to store the Anirudh directly in that place. What you have to do means you have to create a chain. Okay. You have to create a link from the pointer. Then you have to store the value. Then you can store the value here. This is how the separate chain can solve the collision problem. Okay, we can see the remaining collision techniques in next classes. I hope you all understand these things, whatever I taken today. Right? Thank you for watching. Thank you.